Welcome back, or welcome if you're new to my channel. I'm your go-to for all things beauty and skincare. I haven't had any work done to my face, so you're getting real skin over 40 and actually now over 50 because I have finally turned 50. I've achieved that personal milestone in my life, and what a privilege it is. I feel like my spit is getting stuck in my lips. Seriously, I just love the fact that I get to do this little hobby I have of creating videos for you on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I tend to cover topics like skincare, beauty, fashion, a little bit of makeup, and my latest obsession, which is color analysis. Stay tuned for more on that. So if you like that type of content, be sure to subscribe. Today we're diving into the beauty world's latest obsession, which is a new skincare launch, or should I say skin prep launch, by a very famous TikToker named Mikayla Nogueira called POV Beauty. There's lots to unpack here, from the products themselves, the launch, Mikayla herself, and of course it wouldn't be Mikayla without a little bit of controversy. So grab yourself a cup of tea or your favorite beverage and let's get into it. If you're on Beauty Talk, otherwise known as the makeup side of TikTok, you know Mikayla Nogueira. She skyrocketed to fame over the pandemic with her makeup reviews that are kind of really brutally honest, whether you love her or hate her. She tends to be a bit of a polarizing person. One, because she has a crazy Boston accent. I love that accent, I'll be honest. I find it so fascinating. People wonder, is that really her accent? Does she really speak like that? That in itself was a whole controversy about Mikayla. But you cannot dispute the fact that she has over 16 million followers at the time of filming, and it's her personality that I think has really drawn those followers to her. I've been following her for a number of years now. I am nowhere near able to replicate any of the makeup looks that she does. I don't really think I'm really her target audience, but I do think she's gained a large following of both younger and older generations of people who just really like to see what she can do with makeup. It's no wonder that she's one of the most influential beauty talkers out there. Beauty talkers or beauty TikTokers? You know what I mean. Now, Mikayla has always been a makeup first type of content creator. So when she teased about launching a brand, I think most of us, myself included, assumed it was going to be a makeup brand. Instead, when she announced the launch of POV Beauty and it was a skincare brand, well, some of us actually saw that too, because she's been really dabbling in showcasing her skin, her skincare routine, showing lots of reviews of Korean skincare brands over the last couple of years. And now in retrospect, we can see she was probably setting the tone for her audience to really receive this launch really well. I don't know if my husband's building something and you can hear it in the background, but I'm gonna continue. But Mikayla's very clear. This is not a skincare launch, this is skin prep. As part of the launch of her brand, she showed us videos over the last years that she has posted about the importance of skin prep. And I, for one, agree 1000%, especially for those of us of a certain age. We don't want our makeup to settle into our fine lines and wrinkles, or those of you who might be dealing with really dry skin, you don't want your makeup to pill or cake or settle into those fine lines and wrinkles because it's already a challenge. So skin prep is very, very important in our morning routines. So I think from her perspective, at least initially, the skincare launch is really about that, getting your makeup to sit well on your skin, less focused on retinol products or well-aging products someone like me is looking for in my skincare routines, and more targeting hydration, glowing skin, smooth skin so that makeup sits on it well. I really see this as a bit of a morning routine, although it's missing a key component of a morning routine, rather than an evening routine, because it's really about prepping your skin for your makeup application. I, for one, don't wear makeup to bed. Maybe some of you do, so you want to do this before you go to bed. We'll leave the bedroom talk out of this video. I think it's really an interesting and strategic branding move because skincare tends to be heavily scrutinized, whereas skin prep is more just about the immediate effect. One thing I loved is for the launch, Mikayla made a strong effort to make it inclusive. So she used people of various ethnicities, skin types, skin color, texture in the launch of her video. I love to see that. Which goes right in line with the name of the brand, Point of View Beauty, which really means that beauty comes from within your own point of view. And in her launch video, she really talked about how important that was to her as a brand founder. I really think it's a clever way to tie the brand name to the marketing message. And I love seeing our mature skin reflected in some of the advertisements that she did. She included Michelle Spieler, who's an over 50 content creator, online friend of mine, who was in the marketing material as well. If Michelle likes the products, then I know that it's possible I'm gonna like them too. Okay, we have to talk about the packaging. It's a really minimalist, kind of clean approach to packaging, not a lot going on, very subdued, which if you follow or know Mikayla Nogueira does not equate to her aesthetic. I mean, she was literally getting PR from brands that were bedazzled beyond belief. Like, remember her Vaseline tub that had completely been bedazzled? All kinds of brands were sending her that kind of stuff that was really blingy. That's kind of her thing. Even her makeup, it's full glam. It's not a natural look like I like to do. So it seems like a little bit of a disconnect of the way the products look versus her. A lot of people online are criticizing it, saying that it gives kind of Rhode beauty vibes and it's a copy of that. But also a lot of Korean skincare, I will say, tends to be more kind of scaled back and less out there. So it could be that she was getting influence from Korean skincare as well too. I'm not sure. Would love to talk to her. Maybe she'll comment on this video. I think the packaging has been thoughtful. The moisturizer includes a spatula, which of course is great for hydration. Editing me here, I meant to say it's great for hygiene, not hydration, although the moisturizer is also good for hydration. No Mikayla Nogueira launch would be complete without a little bit of drama. And I'd say the biggest drama that Mikayla has been in is called Lashgate. If you're unfamiliar, it is when she was doing an ad for L'Oreal's telescopic mascara, and in the ad there's a bit of a cut in between her putting the mascara on and her final look, and people were quick to point out they think she's wearing false eyelashes in the after shot. So that received a lot of backlash, way more than her Boston accent supposedly being fake. And many of her fans have asked her to comment on this and kind of expected her to comment on it after a lot of time has passed. But at this time of filming, she has not. And the sad thing about that is I think her followers really liked her and were drawn to her because of her authenticity. So to know that perhaps she pulled the wool over their eyes for the sake of an advertisement, I think left a lot of her followers feeling like they were a little bit duped. Clearly, it hasn't hurt her fame, fortune, or ability to launch a brand. As I've just explained, she's one of the most influential beauty TikTokers that there is. Jeffree Star probably wouldn't agree, but that's a whole other drama we don't need to get into. But the sort of small scandal that was associated with the launch has to do with a content creator, beauty founder, owner in Quebec. And those of you who know me well know I'm Canadian, so I have a real soft spot for Quebec. That Quebec-based brand called POV Beauty, which is now called POV Beauty by Sam, posted something, and I'll add it to the side of the screen here so you can read it, about how disappointed, hurt, etc. he was that seemingly Mikayla had just swooped in and taken this name of this brand that he was growing himself out from under him. I'm paraphrasing, but I'll let you read the actual post here. Come to find out later that it wasn't actually the case. When he went to trademark or register the brand in Quebec or in Canada, he actually used his personal name versus the brand name. And so if you're to do a registered search or a trademark search of POV Beauty, you don't find his brand. So it was a little bit of controversy at the beginning of the launch where people were immediately throwing Mikayla under the bus and saying, oh, she stole from an indie skincare brand, makeup brand, she's a horrible person, on and on. Well, in the end, that wasn't actually the case. That brand owner ended up doing an apology video, and to be honest, it probably hasn't hurt him in the long run. I'm sure a lot of traffic that's looking for Mikayla's brand has landed on his page, and hopefully he's had some increase in sales as well too. I have never heard of him before this. I've never tried any of his products, but I will list the link to his website below. Now let's break down the products because that's what we really care about. I'm actually filming this ahead of her launch, so I don't have the price points of the products, but I'll give you all the information I have on the products themselves and the call out ingredients. She's launching with 5 products. You can buy them individually or bundled together in various forms of bundles. So I don't know if it's going to be really high end or low end. I think it sort of seems like it's a mid-range skin prep line. The first product is the Drench It Plumping Hydrating Milk. This is a milky essence, which I love. I love milky essences in my skincare routine. I've talked about that loads of times before on my socials, so I'm very interested in this one. Mostly because it's very K-beauty inspired and also because it has 60% fermented rice water and peptides. I love fermented skincare products, especially for those of us who have more mature skin. It's really, really beneficial for us in our well-aging skincare routines. Next is the Drip It Glow Serum, and this is a lightweight serum that's meant to really hydrate and plump the look of the skin. I think it has nice humectants in there like glycerin and hyaluronic acid, so it's going to really plump the look of your skin and give that hydration to the surface layer of your skin. Next is the Whip It Hydrating Moisturizer. Mikayla's calling this a rich whip texture. I do love that for a moisturizer. I'm always cautious if a moisturizer is really thick and rich because it tends to pill under makeup. I am hoping beyond all hope that this little skin prep routine does not pill under makeup. I would think that would be the number one thing that she'd be looking for. So when and if I get to test these products, and let me know if you think I should buy them and test them out for you, and I will, that's one of the things I really want to see. Then there's the Glaze It Primer. I typically don't use a makeup primer just because I'm not a full face foundation girly, but I would be interested in trying this one. It's supposed to give a dewy glazed kind of look to your skin, and it has niacinamide in the ingredients, which I think there's niacinamide in most of these ingredients. Just a note if some of you are sensitive to it, but it is a great ingredient that has a whole host of skin benefits. And the final product is Amp It, the lip ampoule. So this is really about supporting the lips, plumping the look of your lips, and giving nice hydration to layer under your lipstick. I actually really love the fact that she used her mother as one of the examples of putting the entire skin prep line on her face, and her mom is just glowing afterwards. What is the thing that's missing in this routine? Obviously a daily sunscreen. So apparently some of these are actually formulated in Korea, and you can definitely see that influence from the textures of the products in particular. I think the milky, lightweight texture and feeling of it. I'm going feeling by what I've seen other people use. And her focus has really been on letting your natural skin shine through your makeup. So the fact that a lot of us skinfluencers have been saying that for a long time and it's now really starting to catch on, it's good to see. One big plus, POV Beauty is vegan, cruelty-free, and fragrance-free. So what do we think? Is POV Beauty worth the hype? I think it has some really interesting products. I can't wait to see the full ingredient list on all of it. What I see so far, these look like great Korean-inspired products, which I think are wonderful. I think the concept of skin prep from a marketing standpoint is genius on her behalf. I think this is a great launching point for her to continue to launch new products, add different facets to the brand in terms of makeup and other things. Who knows, it may even include hair care at some point. But I guess I do wish the brand felt a little bit more like Mikayla. I think that would tie the two together a little bit better than what this is. Let me know in the comments, will you be picking up anything from this brand? If you like beauty deep dives and makeup and skincare reviews like this, be sure to subscribe. If you haven't watched these videos, be sure to watch them next. Thanks as always for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day.